Have you ever forgotten something really important, like a birthday, an appointment, or where you put your keys? You're not alone. Forgetting is a natural part of being human. But what if I told you that the way your memory works, and fails, isn't random at all? It's a fascinating frontier, this landscape of our minds. We can chart galaxies, decode the human genome, but ask us where we left our reading glasses? It's a cosmic mystery. Just kidding, it's all about how our brains are wired. Welcome to Unlocking Memory, why we forget important things and how to improve it. We're going on a journey into the cosmos of your mind because understanding your memory is the key to unlocking its full potential. Let's start with how memory works. Now, memory isn't some singular entity like a hard drive in your head, though that would make things much simpler, wouldn't it? Instead, it's a dynamic system, a symphony of interconnected neural networks. Think of it like this. You've got encoding, storage, and retrieval. Encoding is like taking a snapshot of an experience. Your senses take in the sights, sounds, smells, and your brain translates that into information. Then comes storage, where your brain decides what's worth keeping and what's okay to toss out. Like that embarrassing moment from middle school. That's where the hippocampus comes in. This little seahorse-shaped structure deep in your brain is like the memory gatekeeper. It sorts through the incoming sensory data and decides what gets filed away for long-term storage. And finally, we have retrieval, the ability to access those stored memories when you need them. But here's the thing about the hippocampus. It's picky. It prioritizes certain memories over others. And how does it choose? Well, it's drawn to things like importance, repetition, and emotion. That's why you might forget where you parked your car this morning, unless you had to circle the lot for 20 minutes. But you can vividly recall the details of your first kiss, because your brain decided that memory was worth holding on to. Think about it. Crucial information for survival, like where to find food or shelter, gets priority storage. Repetition helps too. The more you go over something, the more likely it is to stick. And then there's emotion. Powerful feelings, both positive and negative, leave a lasting imprint on our minds. So the next time you're trying to remember something important, engage with it actively. Make it meaningful. Attach emotions to it. Repeat it like a mantra. You're essentially giving your hippocampus the memo. This is important. File it under keep forever. So we know how memory works, at least in a simplified way, but the real cosmic mystery is why we forget, especially the important stuff. I mean, evolutionarily speaking, shouldn't our brains be better at this? Well, it turns out there are a few cosmic culprits at play. First up, lack of focus. We live in a world of constant distraction, a never-ending stream of information vying for our attention. And our brains, amazing as they are, can only handle so much at once. So, if you're trying to remember something while simultaneously checking your phone, answering emails, and planning your next meal, well, good luck with that. Your brain simply didn't encode the information properly in the first place. Second, stress and overload. When you're feeling overwhelmed, your brain goes into survival mode. It prioritizes immediate threats over everything else, including memory formation. Think about it. If you're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger, your brain is more concerned with escape routes than remembering where you left your car keys. And finally, there's the inevitable force of time, decay, and interference. Over time, unused memories fade. They become like distant stars, their light dimming with the expansion of the universe. Or they get overwritten by new, similar memories, like recording over a cassette tape with your favorite mix. Interestingly, emotional detachment can also play a role in forgetfulness. If something didn't carry much emotional weight, your brain may simply decide it's not worth the storage space. It's like cleaning out your cosmic closet and tossing out the things you haven't worn in years. So the next time you forget something important, don't be so hard on yourself. Instead, try to identify the culprit. Were you distracted, stressed out, or maybe the information just wasn't emotionally engaging enough? Understanding why you forget is the first step to improving your memory. Chapter 3. Memory Myths. Now let's debunk some common memory myths that have been floating around the cosmos for far too long. Myth number 1. Memory is like a video recorder, faithfully capturing every detail of our experiences. This couldn't be further from the truth. Memory is not a perfect recording. It's more like a Wikipedia page, subject to edits, revisions, and occasional inaccuracies. Every time you recall a memory, you're essentially reconstructing it from the fragments stored in your brain, and each reconstruction is influenced by your current knowledge, beliefs, and even your mood. So over time, memories can become distorted, like a game of cosmic telephone. Myth number 2, smart people have better memories. While it's true that intelligence can play a role in memory, it's not the only factor. In fact, some of the most brilliant minds in history were notoriously forgetful. Albert Einstein, for example, was said to have a terrible memory for names and dates. Memory isn't just about raw intelligence, it's about strategy. It's about developing effective techniques for encoding, storing, and retrieving information. It's about understanding the strengths and limitations of your own unique cosmic memory system. And finally, myth number 3. Forgetting is a sign of brain damage. Now, while it's true that certain medical conditions can affect memory, forgetting is a perfectly normal part of being human. In fact, it's essential for a healthy, functioning brain. Imagine if you remembered absolutely everything you've ever experienced. Every conversation, every meal, every embarrassing moment. Your brain would be overloaded with useless information. Forgetting allows your brain to prioritize the important stuff, to make room for new experiences. It's like decluttering your mental hard drive, making sure there's enough space for the good stuff. So the next time you forget something, don't panic. It doesn't mean your brain is failing you. It simply means your brain is doing its job, filtering out the noise and focusing on what matters most. Chapter 4. How to improve your memory. Okay, now for the part you've all been waiting for, how to actually improve your memory. Because let's face it, none of us would complain about having a better memory, right? First and foremost, pay attention. This might seem obvious, but in our age of distraction, it's crucial. Multitasking is the enemy of memory. When you're trying to learn or remember something new, give it your undivided attention. Put away your phone, silence your notifications, and focus on the task at hand. Your brain will thank you for it. Next, embrace the power of repetition, spaced repetition to be precise. This involves reviewing information at increasing intervals, say after 20 minutes, then an hour, then a day, then a week. This spaced-out approach helps to solidify the information in your long-term memory. Another powerful technique is to link new information to emotions or images. The more vivid or emotional the association, the better it will stick in your mind. For example, if you're trying to remember the name of someone you just met, try to connect their name to a funny image or a memorable story. And let's not forget the importance of sleep. Sleep is essential for memory consolidation. During deep sleep, your brain is hard at work, transferring information from short-term to long-term storage. So if you're serious about improving your memory, make sure you're getting enough shut-eye. Mnemonic devices are another great tool. These are memory techniques that use rhymes, acronyms, or visual imagery to help you remember information. For example, you probably learned the order of the planets using the mnemonic "My very educated mother just served us noodles." Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and finally, stay mentally and physically active. Exercise is not just good for your body, it's great for your brain too. Regular physical activity increases blood flow to the brain, which can help improve memory and cognitive function. And learning new things, whether it's a new language, a new skill, or a new subject, helps to keep your brain sharp and agile. Remember, improving your memory is a marathon, not a sprint. It takes time, effort, and consistency. But with the right tools and techniques, anyone can improve their ability to remember and recall information. Chapter 5. Final Thoughts. We've journeyed through the cosmos of your mind, exploring the fascinating landscape of memory, how it works, why it fails us, and how we can make it better. But here's the thing to remember. Memory isn't a fixed ability. It's not something you're born with and stuck with, like your height or your eye color. Think of it more like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The more you challenge it, the more adaptable it becomes. And just like a muscle, your memory can be trained, strengthened, and improved over time. Forgetting is a natural part of being human. It's not something to be ashamed of or afraid of. In fact, it's often a sign that your brain is working efficiently, filtering out the unnecessary and making room for the new. But by being intentional about what you want to remember, by using the techniques we've discussed, you can take control of your memory and unlock its full potential. So the next time you misplace your keys or forget someone's name, don't beat yourself up. Instead, use it as an opportunity for self-reflection. Ask yourself, did I pay attention? Did I give it meaning? Did I practice remembering? The journey to a better memory starts with understanding. And now that you have a better understanding of how your memory works, you can start making conscious choices to improve it. Remember, your memory is a powerful tool. Use it wisely. Outrow, keep exploring. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the neural pathways of your brain to the far-reaching implications of how we remember. But the most important takeaway is this: your memory is not some immutable force, it's a dynamic system, constantly evolving and adapting. Forgetting isn't a failure, it's often a feature, a way for your brain to prioritize and make space for new information. The key is to become an active participant in the process. Pay attention, make connections, and never stop challenging your mind. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of the cosmos of memory. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and keep those neurons firing. And remember, when it comes to the universe and your own mind, the most exciting discoveries are yet to come. Now go out there and make some memories worth keeping.